This is episode 298. I think it'll flap some pants.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to get to the bottom. In this episode, we get to the bottom of the amp versus... Finally, we're going to decide. Well, maybe a couple of episodes from now. Anyway, we'll figure it out. This is just a lot of nonsense. Just a lot of chit-chat and nonsense about what's going on, about guitars, about gigs, and about music.
Things have been busy and Sometimes all I do in between episodes is listen to a lot of music and think about it.
That's all it takes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, it's the tone control. Welcome in. Why do people say that? I don't understand. Anyway, let's get out of here.
Yep.
Bye.
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 I mean, hi. How do I look?
Hey, great.
Awesome.
Great. Looking good. This is definitely take two.
This is take two, everybody.
Yeah. How are you? Welcome to your new studio.
Yeah, I got things a lot more put together now, as in at all put together. It's feeling pretty good. We did our first recording session.
So you moved in and had like a whole thing the next day or something, right?
Well, no, I had my first session was last Monday, so a week ago today. Okay. But I had to have all my stuff, assembled by then, right? I had just the computer up the last time we did this. Yeah, so the acoustics were terrible, and I spent the next week putting it all together, and
good.
It's awesome.
I know you said you designed it largely after your previous studio, but now it's like, I feel like I'm like you're gaslighting me that this is not your old studio. You know what I mean? I know it's not. It does look a little smaller. I know like the lighting is different. It is different, but it's not different enough through a webcam where I'm like, wait a minute.
I did so much so before my old place, I had a window behind me. This time I'm able to do the back wall in a kind of a cooler way. And I just today hung up the guitars that previously wasn't done. I have can lights now, and so I have my lighting looks very similar because before I had little spots doing the colors. So I've basically represented that here as well, but it's, they're a little more,
man.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Somebody called my basement really cool the other day, and I had to disagree. I just had to. It's an absolute fucking disaster all the time now. And I like printing. What I do down there. It's just all printing all the time.
Yeah.
I'm closing in on calling Chop finished, which is really exciting. I'm working on just a few other small bits of details and kind of stuff I've been putting off. But here, I'll post a picture in the thing that you can share maybe.
Yeah.
And I started printing R2 fucking D2 as well.
Oh,
because
shit.
The Mark IV designs came out. And it's a lot friggin' easier to do. So, guess what? Getting an R2. But, so I got Chopper on 3 legs now, which is really exciting. Did that today. And just a few more things to paint and kind of touch up. And, I have there's a lot of accessories that have to be accounted for with a project like this. So, I have some final shopping bits to do. And then I want to figure out a cool way to have all of his accessories in one place, so in some kind of box probably that's kind of done up paint-wise to match Chopper a little bit.
Oh, a little
so I'm going to
box.
figure something out. Yeah, because if you take the center foot out, you do have to put in other hardware so it doesn't fall forward. There's also because the length of the shoulder is different when his leg is tipped. There's a hose that's a different length. So there's all these extra parts and hardware that has to come with him, basically.
So many considerations.
Yeah. So, there we go. That's really fun. And Granite State Comic-Con is coming, very soon. It's at the end of September. It's in, 40 days or 45 days. And I'm going to have all my shit there. So, big shameless plug. If you want to see the Battle Droid, and Chopper and like everything else I've made come to Manchester, New Hampshire for Granite State Comic Con in, I think it's like September 21st, 2nd, something like that. It's whatever that weekend is, right around there. It's going to be sick. Also, I've seen the list of other things that are going to be at the Robot Con portion of this, and you guys are not ready.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Very excellent.
Yeah.
Well,
busy time, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Beth is in the third trimester, everybody.
I was just about to say we've got to be third trimester by now. I was just talking with Marielle about this like yesterday. Like,
oh man, you are right on the money. As of Saturday,
nice.
Just 2 days ago, we entered the third trimester. Justin's like, "There's something in the air. something has changed. A presence I haven't felt since."
Oh my god. Exciting.
So anyway, yeah, man.
What are you doing around the house? Like, are you changing stuff around the house, or are you just like, what's going to happen?
Yeah, we're going to have to. I think the plus side is we don't have to right now. You know, like we're going to kind of wait and feel it out because we expect baby to stay in our room for the foreseeable future because we just really cannot foresee any further. But
it's just not foreseeable.
You know what I mean? Like I cannot imagine far enough ahead to know like, well, I don't know. Like we haven't considered buying a new house. Like, will that be on the table? I don't know.
Yeah.
So we're trying to figure that kind of stuff out. But likely what will happen is that this room, my office, will move into what is now Jack's room. And then babies will move in here. So just an internal switcheroo. So I don't have to work in the basement 40 hours a week, which would really suck. And I'm in here far more than 40 hours because I also teach on the side in here. I do podcasts in here, all that kind of stuff. So I wouldn't
this
want
room
to be,
that you're in is bigger.
It is much bigger, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the thing too. So I don't know. I think we don't really need to have that determined until the spring. I would guess. Like that feels kind of like maybe. I don't know, like post when I'm after maternity or paternity leave, you know what I mean? Because like I'm going to take time off work and I won't even need this room. And then holiday time kind of right after. And then I take my paternity leave in 2026.
So like by the time you're getting that wrapped up, you will start to have a couple of brain cells to rub together. You'll start to sleep a little bit. Yeah. And then you can work on it then.
Right. And then I'll figure it out then. Yeah. So I don't know. We're kind of remaining open to it. I just don't want I don't want to buy a house and sell a house. I don't want, like I want a different house. I don't want to do the process.
Not right now.
You know what I mean? It feels very, I don't know. I'm stuck and the deck is stacked against us to stay here, which means, I don't know, it opens some other things. Like we've never explored equity lines of credit or anything like that. So we could look into that, kind of make our time here a little more worthwhile. But I don't know. Anyway, what's going on here?
Yeah. Well, we did the dumb thing because we kind of had to be stuck. We stuck in the moment where we had to in that moment. But we're on the other side of it. The other house is sold. It just took so long to clean all the crap out of it, and just amazingly longer than I predicted. And to get this set up and stuff, we're just about in it though. Like if you go inside my house, like. It looks done, all except for like my game room downstairs. There are things that I haven't hung on the walls yet and stuff like that. But we're like in the zone. It feels like a house. I'm vacuuming again, you know?
All right.
The things that get off the table because we don't have time for that sort of bullshit. So we can like not wear shoes in the house now because we're not just walking on grit of not having vacuumed in 2 weeks.
Dirt,
Yeah. It was starting to get nasty. So it's feeling good. Aria is feeling much better. I should have done this differently, but I didn't prioritize like getting her room to feel like her room, right? She has all kinds of decorations and she didn't have any of it. And she was like somewhat not aware of what her feelings were about and somewhat just not wanting to step on my shit probably. And just, you know, eventually she just was like, I just don't feel like it's my house, you know? And it's like, I should have prioritized that. That sucked of me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I know. But like, in defense, you have a lot going on.
There was so much going on, but yeah.
like she's not wrong. Like two things can happen, right?
Yeah.
Like it's both.
Two things can be true.
So two things can be true. So, but yeah, dude, hit me with a stinger. We can jump right in.
Here we go.
I do like this one.
Do you 25 seconds
slow
like
shuffle.
it?
Nah.
All right. Anyway.
Get out of here. Since we last talked, what has happened musically is that I got asked to fill in on a gig, which has never happened before.
Oh. So, okay. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. Right. And it has never happened before, probably because I have never played in a cover band regularly until now. So there's that.
okay,
I mean, it's kind of wasn't really in the right space for that to happen. But it's the show that is coming up this Saturday. We're doing 90s Night at Kettlehead Brewery in Nashua, New Hampshire. So come hang out because it's 90s Night pizza party theme.
So pizza and 90s night.
It's like
let's not
it's
bury
like
the
a
lead
90s
here.
pizza party vibe. Like, yeah, that's the whole thing is like
Wow.
90s pizza party night with 90s jams. So the other band that we're playing with that night, one of their guys got double booked. So they were like, "Can you help us out with like 5 songs?" And I said, "Yeah." So
Okay.
I got 5
so
extra
chill.
songs to learn.
You don't have to like blast anything. Yeah.
No, I'm like already going to be there playing that gig, right? So it's a long night for me. That's the thing.
You're in 2 bands.
I'm in 2 bands for the night. Yeah. So we've got our whole set list, which is really fun. It's the same 90s set that we were working on recently. We're just, going to play the same thing, totally different area of the state. So now I've got 5 more to learn that I'm like pretty close on. We've done one of them in a Blockbuster summer. So we're doing the new songs are Bullet with Butterfly Wings, which we've done already. Creep by Radiohead, Plush by Stone Temple Pilots, Wonderwall by Oasis, like come on, and Epic by Faith No More. So,
Oh, awesome. I love that tune.
yeah. It's such a weird song, but it's so cool.
Faith No More is such a weird band.
Such a weird thing. And yeah, the riffs, the chugs, like that song's got it all. I got to learn the upper harmonies of all that lead stuff in that. So I'm going to get to work on that tomorrow.
Ah, okay. Okay. Yeah. So
we
like
played-
how different is it from like, your role in this band? Is it the same as your role usually in these songs kind of thing? Or
No.
yeah. Okay.
So there's that. Yeah. Like I'm taking the rhythm side of things, which is fine. I'm totally down.
Yeah.
It's just like when I'm playing a different part of a song that Bullet with Butterfly Wings, like I did the lead part in my band.
Well,
Now
yeah.
I got to do the rhythm part in this other band. So I still have to learn the other part of the song I already know. So it's a little bit of a mashup, but
Okay.
It's been fun. So we had a gig. We've had 2 gigs in the last 2 weeks. Third one coming this Saturday. So 3 in as many weeks. And what was it? Last Saturday, just a couple days ago, was emo night in Concord. So we went up there and did emo night there. And then rehearsal for 90s night at the brewery was Sunday morning at 10 a.m. So
Yeah, you're
I
fine.
had a pretty late night doing the gig. We played late into the night, and I got home. I think I finally got to bed around 1, which is like, okay, that happens. I expect that. That's just not part of my life anymore that often, that late. So, but combine that with like, I got to go drive a half an hour from here for practice at 10 o'clock in the morning with a band I've like not even met all the members of.
Age is a bitch, isn't it? Like I was just thinking about this the other day. Like stuff that used to not faze me that much, it's like it's creeping up, and now it's like
creeps in. Yeah, and my brain is like not prepared to be phased because like I have not been phased
Exactly,
in the past,
yeah.
And now like by the end of the day or something like that, it's like it's still summer family weekends every weekend. It's rehearsals. It's like all this other stuff. By the end of the week, I'm like absolutely toast. Kind of looking forward to a quiet Monday. It doesn't make any sense. But so anyway, the gig is on Saturday, and it's gonna be really fun. And I hear the pizza's really good.
Nice. I'm picturing, the like red plastic cups that Pizza Hut has or had. I don't know if I've not been in a Pizza Hut since I was a kid for some reason.
There's
Because
no
I
way
call
they
out
do.
now. There's no way it's the same, right? But that's that era for me, right?
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, they were Coca-Cola brand a lot of the time. The blue ones were Pepsi. Yeah. I remember it vividly.
Yeah. And I played the Teenage
But-
Mutant Ninja Turtles box while the pizza was cooking.
Yeah, dude. I think our place had Pac-Man. Like the coffee table one.
The
That was
flat
like,
one. That's the good one.
The flat one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. That was
Like-
fun. So
Fucking A.
I will say, so here's the thing about like the gear part of all this. I'm going digital for a Blockbuster Summer. That's just like what I do in this band because that's like what is working out and very convenient. The second band, not a digital band. There you bring in 2 amps and 412s.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
and
some of the biggest fucking pedal boards you've seen in your life. Like with true bypass switchers and stuff. It's cool. It's super fucking cool and it sounds really good. But at the same time, I'm like, this is why I did this. I roll into a venue with 3 bags and I can do any of the things required because I just brought my FR cabinet with me and plugged it in and suddenly it's like a guitar amp in the room and everything was fine.
so that's what you're doing.
So I still
right?
play. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'll go direct for my band and then plug into the cab for the second band.
You'll pull out a cab because in this band we cab.
Yeah. Yeah,
Nice.
you'll probably still manage to go direct. I think sometimes they do. Last gig we played with them, they had the 2 notes, the Captor X on top of the heads. So I don't know. Like maybe we'll end up all being direct. I'm not really sure. I don't know if they run a monitor system though. So I think it would just be the wedges. Like that's the monitoring is a whole thing. Like I'm not used to from like a few years now. So,
Right. Yeah.
but yeah, it'll be kind of old school for me, which is. I think it'll be fun. Looking forward to the change, I guess. Like I don't know. It's a little more unpredictable.
I was gonna say because you don't have an amp that you could do this with right now, right? Like if you wanted to.
I've got 2 20-watt tube amps here that I could plug into any cab, but like, yeah. I mean, I don't have anything louder than a 112.
Do you have your AC30 anymore?
Watt.
You don't.
No, I sold it for the Rev.
Yeah. So really, it wouldn't be comparable. You wouldn't be like slotting in and sitting right next to these guys, probably.
No, but with the Helix and a 2,000 watt PA speaker.
Oh, I'm not concerned at all that you'll sound good. I was thinking about it almost like a bit of personal science, right? Like you're gonna on the same night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like now, what was
right
like,
with the same gear? Otherwise, like the same guitar, the same pedal board, because it will be my Helix just running into a different PA, basically.
I mean, we can still kind of consider it like that. Like if you have the cab up there, is there the pants flapping in the wind factor? You know what I mean? What is the? How is this going to land on you at the end of the night?
It does. Yeah, I mean, I have felt it. Like, I have it up on a PA stand as well. It's not just on the floor, but I've felt it like the breeze on my arm, like it's moving air. So I think it'll flap some pants.
Yeah. Okay. I'm interested to hear the. I'm interested to hear. We'll talk about this again after, and see like what's the, because that's the final thing, right? Like you can't. We've already agreed that there isn't a tone problem. And
Correct.
Ease of use definitely goes to the digital stuff as long as you figure out how to program it. So the only thing that's left is but the pants flapping, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
So
I mean, it's cool. But yeah, there was like, I had 1 trip from the car and the other guys had like 3. And it's like that kind of small thing when you've got, and I don't gig that much. That's the thing, guys. Like I'm here I don't gig 3 weeks in a row. Like I do that once a year at best. So like people like Eric, who's not in the chat tonight, but is, in the server all the time, he's gigging many nights a week. And I could not imagine bringing a dual rec and a 412 to these things with a pedal board that's like you could land a plane on. It's just, oh my God. again, the age, like my body hurts all the time.
Right.
I don't want to do that.
This is not what we
So-
need.
And the more I've thought about this, like with the gear and these gigs and stuff, I know I was like waffling on whether or not to get the Stadium XL or the regular Stadium without the wah thing. And I think just the number of times I've used that expression in the last month kind of justifies I should probably continue to have it as part of my setup. So I guess that's it.
Yeah.
Like we play stuff where I need a wah more than 0 times. So, and I have a feeling that it's going to continue that way. And if not, I'm using it as a volume constantly.
Yeah, right. So it's like,
So-
it's important.
It's, yeah. So thanks for walking through this with me, everybody. So,
Yeah.
that's what's going on here, man. I didn't really like add any gear news. I know that JHS released something today that seems to be one of these
One of these there, what do they call them?
preamp-
Pedals?
pedals, these preamp pedals that's got like the XLR. It's like the direct in the Portastudio something tape machine. I don't know. Some drive that sounds like it's a direct in one of those, which like,
Oh, great.
again, sounds, yep, okay.
So
Next.
okay, it sounds like a wait, is that real? It sounds like a Portastudio. Is that why?
I don't know. What was it?
Didn't this? I think I found it right here. The 4242, or sorry, 424
That's it,
gain
yeah.
stage.
That's the one.
Okay, hold on. We're gonna call this up so that I can
It
show a
is
picture.
as though you were plugging into a Tascam Portastudio 424, now in pedal form. $250. Hit me with a stinger. I guess we're talking about this.
Okay, here we go.
Whoa, what is this? Oldie. I don't remember this at all.
I don't know. Anyway,
I don't know
it was
anything
long, so I
about the
canceled
Tascam
it.
Portastudio 424. Do you?
No, I just saw the thing fly by on Discord today. I actually can't remember which came first, but wasn't it just a few days ago that Portastudios were coming up in the recording part of the recording channel of our Discord? Because
Yes, and I can't remember
they're like
why.
aftermarket selling for like a lot of money, and like
Yeah,
they're
here's one
having a
for
resurgence.
$250
Yeah.
on eBay, $210 on Reverb.
So
Wow.
in fact, I'm going to look up.
Jeez. So it was a cassette, a 4-track cassette recorder. Is that the deal?
Yeah, and I'll show up a picture of this. So right, $400 on Reverb right now. Somebody wants for one of these. So, I did briefly have one of these. A lot of
Oh no, Justin, the one that got away.
I mean, this is. I don't. Do I spill the beans now? Like this is fucking stupid. Like, okay, so there's nothing that sounds great about this. There's sort of a mystique and a thing about the restriction, right? Of this thing would turn a cassette tape. It would utilize a cassette tape to create 4 tracks of sort of audio that you could mix on a crude mixer, and kind of you could bounce 3 down to 1, do the old Beatles thing on it and stuff like that. It's using both sides of the tape.
Okay.
Which is how it's getting away with that. But like obviously the quality is terrible because what you're talking about is cassette quality. Like it's very narrow, it's very restricted. Already what cassette was, trying to cram stereo audio onto that size tape, little like however big that is, 1/4 inch or something. It's not.
Oh gosh,
it's not
even
good. And it's a clever thing for the 80s. You know what I mean?
It's a clever thing due to like the mechanical nature of the technology.
Right. It's cool because of that too, right? But like it was a way of doing like a sketchbook type of recording back then. And then there is like I have a record in my YouTube, not YouTube, my music collection or whatever, of somebody. This was somebody on some recording forum that I was just a part of back then, or something. It might have been Tape Op or something like that. Oh, dear. And he did
That's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
He did a whole album on a Portastudio, and he's just like a sort of alt rock singer songwriter type of guy, and it was pretty cool. If you spend your time and use good mics but it's like all of this non-edited, multi-tracked, anything he needed to multi-track a lot, he would have to bounce down to 3, and that's it. You're committed. Now you have that mix, and you can only add things to it.
I see, yeah.
And it's cool.
So what you're saying is you're looping.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of cool in that way, but it's just interesting that like what we're looking at here, $400 for one of these. I mean, these cost like
so the pedal is $250.
These would have been like $100 or something back in the day. I don't know. I'm just making that up, but like they were not $100. Like this is market forces. So. And then, so this comes up a few days ago, and then JHS comes back with this thing in the same week.
That's a crazy coincidence, but like, I mean, as well as I do, these pedals are in development for like over a year.
Exactly. It makes me wonder, did they find some way to try to up the market interest in the Portastudio, guerrilla style for the last year?
Pre-JHS effect their own stuff, right? Like, so, this is propaganda. That's what you're telling me. I'm telling you that they put the little minions out. The little robots started doing things to the algorithm and getting people. Those Portastudios were a lot of fun, and it's very cool and analog. Bots. Exactly. Yeah. They're on their. I bet they're on their podcast. Like, they're not focusing on it. They're just like mentioning it here and there. Portastudio shows up in the keywords, right? It's in the background. It's in the background of one of the shots. It's just little subtle things like that. And then they've done it before. A year later, here we are. Check out what we made. Oh, look at that! There's like it's a picture. It's got a picture of that thing you've been seeing in the background of my my podcast shot here. Oh, this? Oh, this old thing? Oh, this? It says here, if you want to get fancy, you can toss an active ABY switcher at the end of your rig and then send A to the output of your amp and B to the JHS 424 gain stage. Then XLR output of the pedal directly to your mixer or interface. This way, you can flip between your amp and the gain stage easily or play through both at the same time. Give it a try. What is desirable about what they just said? I don't know. I guess like if you want, I don't know. I'm not going to try to justify this. Home studios, blah, 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 found their way to records such as Springsteen's Nebraska, Enter the Wu-Tang, stuff like that. Sure. Yeah. It's like, it says right here, it's kind of a similar inspiration for the creation of the color box. So we hate it. Yeah. That's the trouble, right? That's the trouble is this something actually somebody wants? I mean, you talk about like hip hop has a strong like lo-fi culture. And lots of things like that. So I get the kind of lo-fi culture thing about this almost more than the color box, to be completely honest, because that was not like plugging into an EMI console did not become a thing. That's just something that happened sort of by accident on one song and it didn't sound good there. Kinda everybody didn't start doing that. I wonder why it didn't become a thing. The Portastudio and things like it becoming iconic, cultural things is because there was like underground music movements going on in these cities. And again, like I think the limitations of the technology at the time, like are clearly to thank for that kind of thing. Yeah. I feel the same way about video games that are like pixel art, like new 2025 video games that are probably some of the best games out there, but I just can't get over that. Like my PS5 can play fucking 8K. Like give me that. I don't want to look at a pixel in 8K. I want to look at fucking cool graphics. I get that. What I like. So to talk about that for a second, I do kind of dig the charm of old graphics, but I like when they do it. Two things. First of all, I like when somebody just makes a like Sega Mega Drive cart.
You know what I mean? Like they develop a new piece of software for the actual hardware, and they work within those, especially because for one
That's
thing,
very different.
then they're working on that actual system, and usually they come up with some kind of clever shit that programmers know how to do now, and you end up with these like amazing looking things that are running on actual hardware using the old dithering patterns and stuff like that. Or then the other side, you make a modern game for modern consoles and Switches and PlayStations and stuff, and it's pixel, it's voxel and flat, but then there are these elements, right? And then something happens that goes like minorly 3D for a second, or
right,
the
like suddenly
effects,
like it becomes isometric, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like the particle effects are pixels, but they glow and have trail. You know what I mean? And like that stuff gets fancy. So it's like
I like that.
What they did with some of the stuff like the pixel remaster of Final Fantasy games is like most of the sort of spell effects and stuff are like really fancy looking, but it's against the pixel art. And like some of the backgrounds have like moving waves, but everything else is the same. I think that's kind of charming. But they're doing something with it, and those are also remakes, so you sort of get away with it.
This is not to say that like all pixel art games are bad. I've played some absolute bangers, but I just at the same time, like I just don't feel the same way about them as I do like kind of AAA, the big time titles that look like I'm controlling a living, breathing human being.
Yeah,
that's pretty fucking cool.
Juxtapose against Battlefield 6. And I'm not remembering the name of it, but so in sort of the art style of Cuphead, there was a more recent game that was like a shooter. It was like an FPS, but it was everything was flat and done in that hand-drawn art style kind of way. So it looks superb. Like obviously, like this is something you want to see in 4K because it's going to look analog when it's that high resolution, but the animations are like kind of framey and stuff, it's like, it's very cool.
I never finished Cuphead. It is so hard.
It's ridiculously difficult, right?
It is so hard. Yeah. Notoriously hard.
Like the Portastudio, ridiculously hard to use. Now, why does this video say problem solved?
Oh, I don't know. What were the problems?
I don't know, but it's like their video about it, and it says problem solved, and there's an arrow pointing from the pedal to the Portastudio. What the fuck problem does this, like, is it the problem of not sounding bad?
The problem of not sounding like a Portastudio? I don't know. Or maybe I guess it's the problem that you can't find these things for very cheap. That's the problem.
That's true. This pedal's only $250 compared to this.
I would not buy this for $250, I'll be honest.
I wouldn't either, but
that's a lot of money for 50% of the sound of this thing. I probably wouldn't be that into. But
so it's a direct box. It's got the balanced out on the side. Yeah, all right. I don't know what to do with this. It's
the 60 cycle oh my god, I almost said 60 cycle thumb. The 60 cycle hum thumbnail about this pedal says fat alert.
Look at the face. His face.
Fat alert. So
yeah. Okay.
That was right off the cuff. How about that?
It was I can't remember if that was the news thing that I saw this week and thought, oh, maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'll talk about this on the podcast. I can't remember what the hell was going to happen, but I don't know, man.
Yeah. I don't know. I just, I got nothing.
Shit.
The PRS CE24 is killing it for this short run of gigs. The tour nobody asked for, we're calling it. The 3 weekends in a row. I've been playing the CE24, which is not in here right now, and the flame maple top telly that I have. That's like a dual humbucker telly for my E-flat guitar. I'm thinking while we're on break. Oh, by the way, I don't know if I've mentioned this. In the band, Allison, one of our lead singers, is going to grad school overseas for a year. And in that time, we're still going to be a band, but kind of like take a break. Maybe we'll have a different name. We don't know.
Okay.
So all right. There's that. But we're like talking about like, oh, well, in the break, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. So now it's like maybe in the break, I'll take a look at doing like I might switch around which guitar is my E-flat guitar just to like rotate it a bunch. We do a lot in E-flat and then drop C sharp as well. So I don't know. would like drop C sharp is just the drop D equivalent of E flat standard. So
that's Deftones tuning, right?
No.
No?
Deftones is a bit lower, I think. But they're
like
also kind of all over the place.
I feel like it used to be like when in... Anyway, I don't know. Never mind.
So drop C sharp is like all of
this.
like the Taking Back Sunday stuff, and like Brand New was in E flat and C sharp. Yeah. So if you were a half step down already and then you drop D on top of that, that's where you're at.
Okay.
So it's like, it sounds like, drop C sharp. It sounds lower than it actually is, I think.
Okay.
But yeah, I think Deftones was closer to B. But I don't really know because they were using 7 strings.
I think they were using baritones actually. Now that I think about it,
they have a new thing coming out. I'm looking.
They
forward
do.
to hearing.
I listened to the 2 tunes that they've released already. We're bouncing around. Just pretend I'm doing stingers. It's exactly what I don't know. I feel like Deftones is the band that hasn't changed. You know what I mean? Like some bands like.
Yeah.
Change and evolve. Like Deftones, I feel like you always get that. You always get Deftones.
You do. Like you get, do you mean you get like what is logically the next step for Deftones? Or just, no, like because it's not more of the same. I don't think,
no,
I don't
you
think
their
their
I'm
albums
missing
are,
it?
well, no. I want to make sure because I don't want it to seem like all their albums are the same because I don't feel that way. I think all their albums are like have a unique sonic voice to them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know what you mean. Like they are not.
Maybe it's
on the other end of that spectrum is Thrice, right? Like which has a band that has aged so gracefully.
I think that's what I mean is like Thrice almost just changes genres and sometimes makes a big leap, sometimes makes a small progression, but they're always like just we're doing this now and like everything about it, the tones and the writing style and everything. Yeah, the whole vibe. I feel like Deftones always has such a strict melodic, vibey melodic identity.
Okay,
right?
I see what you're saying.
So yes, like it's not that the sound of the albums hasn't evolved and stuff, but like what makes up a Deftones song, what makes Deftones different from other bands that are kind of in the same genre? Like I feel like Deftones is really distinct from other bands, but they are self-similar. Like even when they're kind of going through, and so that's what I got from this was like I could have, having not immediately listened to some other album by Deftones, I listened to these 2 songs and was just like, yep, that's like exactly what I thought it was going to sound like, And
sounds
probably
like Deftones, but also not negatively. Like it's. That's the thing. Are there other bands like that? Tool, I think, might be kind of like that.
Yeah. I mean, you go far enough back with Tool, and the recordings start sounding really simple. Like there's some like very little like stereo stuff going on a couple of the early Tool albums, compared to later when now that they finally allowed themselves to be double tracked for the last like 3 albums. But it was like they didn't obey any of the metal rules, right? There was like one guitar track.
So I'm curious about your take on this, like as popular music that we like / liked continues to age. How do you feel now as an adult about bands like, or even like your experience with bands as a kid, bands like AC/DC or the Rolling Stones or Aerosmith, like these pillars of classic rock that like, I look at these bands now and kind of like guys, give it a rest kind of way. Like nobody out here is kind of like, I can't wait for the new AC/DC album. Like those, I just don't think they exist, right? Those people don't exist. But that's got to be like my total narrow point of view on the world, right? Like I don't want to do that over my favorite bands now. Like I want Jimmy Eat World to quit while they're ahead, which is like, I mean, they've got 1 million records now, but like
so many records.
I don't want to see Jimmy Eat World touring when they're 75. I think that's, what do you do? What do we do about that? Like,
I don't know. I want to make sure I'm understanding you first. Like, is AC/DC making a new album?
No, but they did just tour.
But that's like legacy bands tour.
Legacy bands, yeah. So I think they did have something new-ish, like in the 2020s, I think. But I do not quote me on that. I have no idea. But I just kind of wonder, like which of the bands that we like is going to go in this direction. It's probably Foo Fighters.
Where they'll go on too long, or
yeah. Like when is it too long?
Yeah.
I don't know.
How's it going with speaking of the Foo Fighters, since we're just not staying on any topic, how's it going with the new Hawkins? Have we heard anything? Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's I forget his name, but he was in No.
That was just a short-lived thing? Or am I
we have the name. We know who it is. It's the guy who he also played in Nine Inch Nails, actually. He was the drummer or current drummer in Angels and Airwaves. I forget his name.
Oh.
But very accomplished guy. Like, is sonically, structurally a good fit.
I'm totally out to lunch then, because I thought Taylor Hawkins' son was stepping in, and I haven't heard a single peep since then, I guess.
That would be great. And I hate that I have mixed feelings about this. And I mentioned this in the server, I think, a while ago, but Foo Fighters doesn't owe me anything. But I do kind of feel like when Josh Freese came in, it was like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. Like what an interesting choice. Yeah. Like this is going to be cool. I saw him perform with them, which is great. But then I think for Josh Freese to get fired is like a really interesting thing, because it's clearly not about one's ability to perform.
Yeah, and it was weird how it went down, but still, well, Josh Freese is, I think, among the best.
Right, like if he can't do it, then like what are you actually looking for? And that's when I started to feel like, well, it has to be. Is it Shane? Is that his name? Shane Hawkins?
That sounds right.
Taylor Hawkins' son. I was like, that's the only situation here where I would be like relieved and feel like this was a good move or whatever. But it was not handled that way, and it's also not him. So it's this other guy, again, whose name I'm forgetting, but he's also like super accomplished and it will
another
do the job
super
well,
drummer kind of guy.
Yeah. It's just kind of an interesting thing. And
just
I feel
switching
like
super drummers, like
that's what I'm saying. And I feel like a little, I don't want to say entitled, but as a fan of so long, I'm just kind of like, what are you doing to me?
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel I feel owed an explanation, but also it doesn't matter. I don't care that much, I guess. It's just striking me as like what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting. Yeah. I can see like in your reactions and stuff, like you're self-aware of how parasocial this could get in a second.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If we could let this get, like, we don't, our heads are not in that room, you know? When they're thinking about things and making decisions.
Maybe they don't get along. I don't care. Like, that's perfectly valid.
Yeah.
Like, the reasons are kind of irrelevant. But, it's just surprising, I guess. And I think about Foo Fighters a lot in this context of, like, are they going to be the ones where I'm like, gosh, who's out seeing these guys still? You know, am I going to say that about a band that I hold very close to myself, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's weird. Weird to feel. Weird to think about.
I do think, like, I run across bands that weren't even ever that big compared to a Foo Fighters or something, right? It's like and I mean, like, weren't that big. Who the fuck am I, right? No, I just mean, like, you know, there's bands that had like one popular album a couple of decades ago that are still touring. You know what I mean? It's like, and that's a living, and they're doing great. And I, you know, as long as they're still having fun, that's bloody fantastic. So that isn't what we're talking about, right? It's not like Foo Fighters. They're never going to stop playing music until they like physically can't, right? You know? Right. So, but the question is like, I guess the question is realizing like when you're done creating music, new music.
That's what I mean. Yeah. And at the same time, as someone who likes to create music, I could not ever imagine telling another person that they are done. Like, I would never actually do that, because that's insane, right? If Dave Grohl still feels like he has things to say and songs to write, then like fucking do it. But it's just such a strange duality of music fandom for me. I'm going to look at the Foo Fighters, the AC/DC discography. They did have one in 2020. And they toured. They're currently touring.
So when they play songs from this new album from 2020, from 5 years ago, is that when everybody goes to the bathroom, right?
It was called Power Up.
Sure it was.
Yeah, they had 5 singles. That's a lot of singles. Let's see. Metacritic gave it a 79 out of 100. That's not nothing. That's a B.
Okay. What does Metacritic usually give to good albums?
I don't know. Isn't Metacritic the one that's usually like pretty
hard,
aggressively tough?
I don't know.
I can't remember. Well, Rolling Stone gave it 3.5. That's
middle,
a B.
middle, yeah, mid.
Mid.
It's mid.
So I don't know. It's
okay. I think the danger is if you're a band like AC/DC, you can't evolve, right? You can't do anything of the sort because it's too legacy. And so I think that's the real danger is if you start making new albums, they basically have to be carbon copies or you are going to be, it's going to be bathroom break time and you still have to play. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Rolling Stones had a new one in 2023.
That sucks. I'm sorry to people who like the Rolling Stones, but like that can't be good music, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. How can it? Like, and I know there are people in this world who are die-hard Rolling Stones fans. Like, they still exist? Of course they do. I like Rolling Stones. Important band, obviously. Like, but still, I don't. Like, what are you doing? Who's it for? I ask that question so much on the show. Who is this for? But again, like I had this thought, I think talking about the Rolling Stones some time ago that like I could never tell Keith Richards, like, you give it a rest. That's a ridiculous thing.
Now, if they're going to make music 2023, 2024, why wasn't it like a Keith Richards album? You know what I mean? Like Keith Richards and Friends. Like, does it, because that would mean you can do whatever you want. So this says to me, like, is this just like they're trying to see if they can make this money thing work some more? Or did they really just go, you know what? I just want to make another album of songs that sound exactly like the other ones that we've been doing for 4 decades. You know? Is that fun?
What happens when a band goes on for 4 decades? I guess is kind of where I'm going.
How old is Foo Fighters? Not 4.
I know.
3?
Not 4, but so when was 1996, right?
Yeah, something like that.
So I don't know. I'm trying to think of some other bands I feel this way about. It's hard.
I mean, Aerosmith quit when they were supposed to.
Did they?
Didn't they? Saying things before you know the answer. Derek, Google that for me.
Let's see. Discography. Here we go. Most recent album, 2012.
That is much later than I thought.
Music from Another Dimension, it's called.
Is it though?
Yeah.
Well.
Yep.
So I guess I shouldn't say anything about that.
Because like here.
Okay.
This is on my desk today because I was listening to this Futures by Jimmy World.
Yeah.
This band means a lot to me.
Yeah.
What's going to happen? Or like, I don't know. I don't want the band to end, but at the same time, like I don't want something, it's like TV, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't want it to go on until it jumps the shark and like makes it, I don't know, kind of a chore. Yeah. I worry that might happen to the bands I really like. I don't know if that's happened to the bands, like the older bands that we've been talking about, but like, because I just don't follow Rolling Stones into 2023.
So Jimmy Eat World is doing a lot with like redo kind of stuff. Anniversary, 10, 20 year, 2 decade anniversaries of some of this shit. And live from the studio sessions and stuff. There's a bunch of stuff in there.
I got the Phoenix sessions on vinyl, actually.
There's a bunch of cool, and it's really cool for an old fan, right? So that's fine. Also, every time they keep making a new album and it keeps being good and keeps being slightly its own thing,
like, Am I just blinded by being a fan that I won't admit to myself that like I don't know what I'm even asking, Justin. That's the problem I'm having.
What's the detail that makes this different than when Rolling Stones Well,
I don't
for
know.
one thing,
I think it's because
it's the
I've
25-year gap, and then they go, you know what? Fuck it, new album.
Yeah, I think it's also that Rolling Stones was an old band when I was a kid,
Yeah, right.
and
Already
here we
was
are.
old.
They're
Yeah,
still an old band. Fuck. Hey, speaking of Jimmy Eat World,
yeah.
well, we do have a gig booked without Allison. We're playing a Jimmy Eat World cover set night around Halloween.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Dressing up, costumes.
haven't gotten that far.
Okay, we got a
Probably.
ways to think about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a really cool Casper the Friendly Ghost shirt for my gig this weekend. 90s night.
90s night. Does it glow in the dark?
I don't know, but I don't think so.
Oh, bummer. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's all right. But it would have been great if it did.
It would be. Yeah, I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I don't know what the because some of this stuff, like I know it when I see it, is what I'm finding myself thinking, right? I know
Yeah, I
it's
guess
not
so.
cool when Rolling Stones does it. What the fuck? And maybe it's that. So the detail I'm finding is it's that gap.
I think maybe it's the gap. I don't know. I think also Taking Back Sunday is a good example of this, or maybe they're a
Okay.
bad example of this.
It's one of the two.
It's one or the other. The revolving door of members in Taking Back Sunday is
Okay.
quite hilarious to me.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially at this stage, because I don't know if you caught the news, Justin, but Fred is back in the band for the summer tour only, replacing John. What the fuck? So like this summer tour through September, and then he's not in the band anymore, I guess. I don't know. Back to John Nolan. Anyway,
I kind of like, sometimes I think that's sort of cool. Like,
it's just whoever you get at the time
yeah,
kind of thing.
It's like, but they're not Wolfpack or something, right? It's,
Right.
you know,
That's okay. Great.
as long as
answer,
they don't
yeah.
pretend that they're like that, but I do think it's like sort of okay to be like, yeah, well, you know, well, I mean, because that's the band's. Oh, it's always been that way, right? So,
I guess so, yeah. For years, there have been more ex-members of that band than there are current. For years, which is just a fun detail. But anyway, that's what I see. Like, oh, great. Someone else left Taking Back Sunday and is now replaced by someone who used to also be in Taking Back Sunday. Amazing. Guys, can we just, like, come on? Read the room. And I say
it's
that
like an improv
as a total
cast,
joke,
though.
but
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I sort of don't hate it. Aren't we a pair? Because I sort of don't hate that. I don't know.
I'll be honest with you. I didn't look at it that way. I didn't look at it as like it's like a music project, and
Yeah.
I don't know.
So like
Wolfpack
fans of
does
Taking
that,
Back
though,
Sunday
'cause, like-
can go out to a Taking Back Sunday show and be like, oh, I haven't seen them with this line. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, because I've seen them a few times now, and like I guess I'm collecting lineups. Like,
Are they making new music?
mhm.
They are? Okay. See, this kind of shadows it. I feel like if they were just like a legacy band and it was sort of like, hey, who's
They're
up for
doing
tour
both.
this summer? You know,
They're doing both,
The
yeah.
spots get claimed and they put it together and everybody wears flip flops and it's great. But like, if they're also doing new albums, like who's doing the new albums? And like when somebody else subs in, do
yeah,
they have to
who's in
learn
the
new
band?
songs?
Let's
know?
see. Taking Back Sunday on Wikipedia, American rock band.
I knew that part.
Oh, they have a whole separate Wikipedia page for the list of band members.
I've been
That's how
in
you know.
Taking Back Sunday has its own Wikipedia page.
Yeah. Okay. John Nolan, 1999 to 2003, and 2010 to present.
Okay, simple for him. Yep.
Yeah. So let's see. Discography. Here we go. Last record, 2023. But I don't think they only started in 2002. Like this does not feel
Yeah.
like
They're still in decade.
a legacy band.
They're
Yeah.
entering decade 3 here.
Man, I listened to Louder Now all the way through a couple days ago. That album just right place, right time kills. It is so good. There's so many bangers on that thing, and so many. We're covering Make Damn Sure for our emo sets most of the time, and there are so many songs on that album that would be just as good a fit in the set list than other than Make Damn Sure. But anyway,
I think Taking Back Sunday earned it, like
yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's been so many people in this band. Let's see what the other Wikipedia page says at the beginning here. through multiple lineup changes in their career spanning 7 studio albums. There have been 11 official members of Taking Back Sunday, 4 touring members, and 23 session members. Huh.
Wow. Okay, so a session member, this is a wrinkle I was not
That
expecting.
doesn't really count. I'm not going to count
What
session
even
member.
is that? So does that mean
It's probably
when
like somebody coming in to do horns or key or strings or
okay.
something.
But they're not a
right?
member of the band.
Wait a minute.
It's not
The
a member.
band is-
It's not a. This is what's confusing to me. That's not a member of your band. If somebody played the strings on this song in the studio, that's not a
I
member
don't
of
know.
your
Well,
band.
hang on. All right, let's see session. How do they define this?
We need to edit this Wikipedia right now.
We're looking at, it doesn't even say what they did. Oh, violin, cello, backing vocals, string arrangements, piano, things like that. String conductor, programming, other guitars, backing vocals, blah, blah, blah.
So now they have. It sounds like they have writing credits, composition credits potentially.
Maybe.
I mean, if they were arranging strings and stuff like that, that's how you get a writing credit.
True, yeah. Dang, God, I'm just like a trip down memory lane looking at all these names. Anyway, we should get out of here.
Okay.
Considering this episode was full of nonsense and nothing.
I think it wasn't. This is a classic tone control where it seemed like it was going to be nothing, and then it was not nothing. That's I think what happened. So, but the internet seemed to clear up about halfway through.
It did.
Which I appreciate.
That's nice.
That makes me think it was probably just some typical Wi-Fi nonsense, and eventually a router decided to pick a different fucking channel.
Guess so.
Yeah.
You got a thing of the week? House.
Whoops. Yeah, still house. Didn't I use that already?
Fine, I don't care. I got a thing of the week.
Okay.
My thing of the week is I bought a Kindle the other day and I got it, and I'm loving. I had a Kindle many years ago, and it did enjoy it. Never really kept up with the getting like a new one, and finally was like, I'll get a new one. I'm teaching right now. I got a little bit of disposable income.
Yeah. What's the tech on Kindles these days?
It's really nice, man. Like the experience is really nice. I got a Paperwhite, and which is kind of like it's the one you want, more or less, unless you want one
It's
with
a
a color
classic
screen.
Kindle, right? It's not.
Well, so there is like the Kindle straight up.
Okay.
It is small, and kind of limited feature set, right? It's an e-reader basically. There's nothing else. Paperwhite has a light. The screen, like I'm not even going to call it like it's backlit, but it's like a really, really gentle glow.
Okay.
It's really, really nice, and you can warm the light and stuff, and you can like have a scheduled like warm tone, and all that stuff is awesome. It's so much faster page flipping than the last one I had, which was God, it had to be 15 years ago. But they're just instant now. It's remarkable, and it's a touch screen. It's got a full flush display instead of like an inset, like with a bezel.
Yeah, with plastic around it and stuff.
Yeah. USB-C, and it's if you get the next one up, it's got wireless charging. Meh.
Yeah, yeah.
For a device like that, I don't really care about wireless
It's like
charging.
you've got USBs around the house. Yeah, that's
and the battery
cool.
lasts for friggin' 10 weeks. So
Well,
like I can free up a USB-C any old time and pop. Yeah.
Right. I mean, there's that's the thing. That's the e-ink, and I mean, glad that the speed's coming up, right? But
The speed's great.
That's a technology that it's like so many displays. That's an ideal tech for. So many things that are LCD now for no reason, just because it was the cheap tech. And it's like, that's what I'm wondering is like, even at this point, a slow e-ink screen.
Well, I'm sure you've seen them as like price tags on store shelves. Like a little e-ink screen at Target or something.
I'm going to level with you right now, and you just said that to me. I just realized that those must be e-ink, but I hadn't even thought of it until now. I guess I just assumed that they were. Yeah.
They can be
LCDs.
The slowest ones there are.
They can change once a week.
So anyway, it's really nice. I'm reading The Wool Omnibus, which is the series of stories that got turned into the TV show Silo. And it's awesome.
Nice.
I've had it in my collection for a long time and I've been meaning to read it, and now's a really good time. So it's a collection of novellas and short stories, all bundled into a single volume to make the omnibus of Wool.
Yeah.
And it's great. And I can tell you, boy, they cast Juliet just freaking perfectly in that TV show.
Oh,
Just
nice. Yeah.
dead ringer. Absolutely nailed it.
Really, really enjoyed that show. They're just the 2 seasons so far, right? I'm trying to make sure that I remember.
Yes.
Yeah, I know I've seen all that they have, but yeah, just enthralling
And it does
start
this
to
thing.
finish. Yeah.
So it's interesting because it's a novella a lot of the time, which typically I don't know if this is like a rule or anything, but there's very little sort of adjacent plot in a novella. It's kind of one main arc instead of like corresponding like other character arcs simultaneously happening.
Okay.
Or like a B plot or something. So novellas
Do you think
they're
it's a little
shorter.
bit TV show like then?
A bit, yeah.
a sense,
Like
yeah.
a telenovela, perhaps.
It's almost like somebody's already thought of that, Justin.
But it's in that like not even a single scene. Short stories are kind of more in that space. But that's how this whole thing was written, and it was originally all self-published via Kindle, actually. So,
Oh wow,
yeah,
boy, that sets the age, doesn't it?
tell me about it.
Wow,
So.
wow.
But lots of little great stuff in the book, shedding light on the show in cool ways and creative choices they made. I think you would like it. Obviously, they do that thing where they tell the story from the edges in, and you're kind of learning little bits just through context clues and stuff.
Yeah,
but, yeah.
I will tell you, with all the construction that I've been doing and stuff like that, I went and re-listened to the audiobook of Project Hail Mary.
Oh, dude. I was just talking to someone about that book today.
Yeah. We're in the zone now with the trailer having come out. I mean, we've still got basically a year to wait, I guess, for this film to actually come out. But the excitement is real. And
The audiobook for that is a delight.
It's so well done. It's so, anyway, blah, blah, blah. It's great. So Marielle figured out that I was re-listening to it while I was building all this stuff because my texts start to have a little bit too much Rocky syntax.
Excite.
Yes. You feed dogs question? So anyway.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
cool. All right. Well, hey, let's get out of here.
Sure, let's do it. So thanks everybody for paying attention to me. And
if you made it this far, you deserve an extra special thanks.
You do. It's been fun. It's been real. Thanks for joining us for another episode where we did not know what was going to happen. And we just chilled for a while and chatted about guitar crap. If you want to be a supporter of the show, the links to that, as well as all the free ways to engage with us like Discord, are right there in the show notes. Supporter or otherwise, everyone's welcome and Discord is fun. Supporters this week are Mikertron, RPB90, patent mark applied for, Carson Ricketts, Matthew Fenselau, Riesenwolf, B-Gow 69420, Average Andrew D2, Sean Wright of Lollygagger Effects, and The Trunk. Sorry, with quotes, The Trunk.
The Trunk.
Thanks, The Trunk. See you next time, I guess.
Oh my God.
Bye.
See you next time, guys.